Once you come to this place, you are on your own. You are on your own. That is the actual fact. You are just on your own. You let people into your space when you want to. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Modesta, a Nigerian mommy vlogger living in Luxembourg. If you're seeing my face for the first time, if this is your first time coming across the channel, hello, hi, subscribe to the channel. You really enjoyed here with us. So in today's video, I just want to, an unpopular opinion, right? I just want to share what I have learned so far, my 4 years living in Europe. Yes, so in case if you don't know, Luxembourg is the first country I've ever traveled to out of Nigeria. So I've been traveling within Nigeria, right? I've been traveling to Abuja, Lagos, Port Harcourt, Anambra, Kaduna, Imo. I've traveled to so many states in Nigeria, but outside Nigeria, this is the first country I've ever visited or even traveled and lived in, which is a big deal. I've not been to any African country except Nigeria, where I come from. This is my first country in Europe, and as a black, it's my 4 years already, and I think I'm in the position to share this because I don't need to live 20 years or 70 years in Luxembourg before I can share my experience as a black living in Europe generally. I've not lived in any other European country aside Luxembourg, but I have visited other European countries, like 3 European countries aside Luxembourg. In case if you don't know, you might be asking where Luxembourg is. Luxembourg is in the Western Europe, is the heart of Europe, and it has about 3 countries or thereabout, and it is also a Schengen country. In case if this is also your first time hearing about Luxembourg, it's a small landlocked country. The first thing I experienced living as a black immigrant here in Europe or in Luxembourg is independence. The moment you come here, you are independent. Even if you are living with your husband, your children, whoever, you are just independent. You do things according to your own time and will. As a mom, I don't have a job, so as a mom, I can decide to go to bed by 10, I wake up by 9, I get my kids ready, I do things that will suit me. Another thing is, nobody is asking you, have you called the doctor? Nobody is interested in encroaching your space. Everything you do for yourself. You know when to book appointment with the doctor. You don't need to ask people, please reach. Okay, fine, you can go to Facebook and say, I've been using this particular doctor and I want to change. Like, you make things for yourself. Even though your husband is there, sometimes you go out of your way to do them on your own. You're just independent. You're just doing things, to suit your time according to your own will. As a mom, you know when to take your kids to school. You're just independent. You don't have a car, you use the bus. You're not waiting for somebody to drive so that you will enter, or that kind of lifestyle that you would always get at one end or the other in Nigeria or in Africa. Having a neighbor that you can talk to here is not like that. Nobody knows you. You don't, even your neighbors, it's possible you've lived with a particular neighbor and you don't know them. You just go to work, come back, you're doing your things on your own. Especially if you just moved to that country, just like the way I moved to Luxembourg. I had this grace that, okay, fine, I came on the basis of marriage, so my husband was taking me around and all of that. But even when I came, my husband wanted me to be independent, to be able to do things on my own, because he can't continue carrying me. He can't continue, because I remember there are times that we'll have to fight. He will tell me, go around, walk around, know where this is, know where that is. For me, I didn't just want that, but I just had to. So now I'm now the person traveling from this city to the other city on my own, and I just plan my day. If it's the day my husband will go out or go to work, I'll take the kids to school, and then if it's the day I want to do my mini travels or go out to vlog, I'm just independent. I'm just doing things according to my own will, and I'm not doing it to suit nobody. I'm just doing it to make sure that I'm not using the family's time, okay? And this is what I want, and this is what I want to go for. I book my kids' appointments, I do my appointment, I see my dentist. You know, these things I just do it on my own. You're just independent. So that is number one thing I learned coming to Europe. Number two is friendship. Here it is very good to make friends. You know, it's good to make friends, but sometimes maybe I'm speaking like my own, because I'm not working. When you're working, you can make friends at work. When you go to church, you can make friends. I'm not really that kind of person. I used to be this person that is very open-minded to friendship before, but now I just prefer to be on my own space, because if you have too many friends, there will be too many problems. There will be too many them say. So I'm just speaking, for myself. I just find it difficult making friends. It's not like I don't like friends or I don't like friendship, the word friendship. I do, but moving here, I noticed that they don't want to be friends with you immediately. There should be stages. Maybe you're on talking stage, and from talking stage, it can enter another stage. But for what I know, it's not easy to really make friends here. Like, you can be talking to, sometimes you can even come out and greet people. They will not even respond to your greetings. So you can imagine that. Or maybe you are out for a picnic and you're talking to someone. People will just be friendly with you for the moment. And once they leave that place, they've forgotten everything that's happened in that place. They moved on. So friendship abroad, I noticed that is something that works with over time. It's not something that you just meet on. Because where I come from, people can just talk to you today, you're friendly with them. The next day you exchange numbers. 2 days later they call you, you call them, you text, bam, they have colobid you. The next thing is they're calling you my friends already. And maybe in your own space, you're like, when did we turn friends? We're just at the talking stage, or we're just acquaintance, and when did we turn friends? I'm surprised. So here, people just put that on your face. See, we are not friends yet. They put boundaries to everything. That is what I feel. Even your colleague at work is not your friend. That is what I also understand. So moving to another thing I learned living in Europe, there is flexibility here. You can move from this position to the next position, or from this spot to the next spot within a swift time. So there is flexibility, there is availability of buses, bicycles, trains. At any time, you can just pick up anything you want to do, run up, do it. Because comparing this thing now to where I come from in Nigeria, there is a city in Nigeria called Lagos. And some people leave their house at 4 a.m. to be at work at 7 o'clock in the morning or 8 o'clock in the morning due to hold up. Here there is flexibility. You can do anything at your own time, at your own space. You can wake up at night, you're going to someone's house, or you're going for a party, and at 12 a.m. you're coming back to your house without being scared of anybody. Yeah, another thing I learned living abroad is that everything is well organized and structured. This is a system that works very fine, and this is a system that gives good service to all and sundry, no matter your class, your background in the society. So I talked in my video, in one of my vlogs, that you can never go to any bank. Ever since I came to this Luxembourg, or ever since I've been living in this Europe, I've never seen a bank that has a queue. You can never see any bank with a queue. So at every point in time you go to the bank, all the banks are free. You make your deposits through the ATM, you make your withdrawals to the ATM. The bank is free. You can only enter the bank if you have an appointment with your account officer. So you can't just go to the bank and say, I just want to go to the bank. Once you enter the banking hall, they ask you, do you have an appointment today? So you see, everything is structured. Like, you must have a reason to go to the bank. And if it's just paying money and doing all those little stuff, making transfers, you can even do it from your home. And even the bank themselves, they prefer you call their customer service. If you have little problem with your ATM or with your banking app, it's better you call and they will resolve it from their office. Like, I've never gone to the bank. The only time I went to the bank was when I created an account, which was like 3 years ago. Yeah, 3 years ago or 2019, either 2019 or 2020, and since then I've not entered the banking hall. My business with the bank is either I'm calling my customer care or I am going to the ATM to make deposits or withdrawal. So everything here is well structured, well organized, and well planned. Another thing I learned living in Europe is to embrace and love the culture. Coming from a background where this Africanness was inborn, and then you come to the European or the Western world, you see that the culture is not the same. We eat swallow, we eat eba and egusi or oha soup, and I come to a country where they eat pasta and soup, and their soup is different from our own kind of soup. And I come to a country where the thing is different. They have 3 languages, and these 3 languages is mixed. The culture is mixed like that. Just they have the German culture mixed, they have the French culture, and then the English culture all together. So to get their own culture. So the culture is mixed. The first time I came to Europe, Luxembourg to be precise, I see that that was before COVID. When you want to kiss somebody or when you want to see somebody, you greet them with a kiss. 3 kisses on the cheeks. 1, 2, and you make it 3. 3 kisses on the cheek. This is not a culture I'm used to. And you just go out with your husband and your husband is by the corner smiling while you are kissing maybe a male friend. He's not kissing shy, he's pegging, no. When you are pegging maybe a male friend, greeting the person, and your husband is not worried because he knows that you're greeting. Likewise, the woman, your husband can go greet a female friend with 3 pegs on the cheeks, and he's not worried because he has lived within the people, he has learned the culture, and he is practicing the culture. So when I came, this sounded strange to me, to go and peg someone like 3 times. It was quite strange. And when I came, I saw that this country is a country that speaks more than 3 international languages. It's not native language, I'm saying international language. So it's something that was even more interesting to know. I found it really, really interesting. I'm like, wow. So by the time I live in this country, in the next 20 years or 25 years, I should be confident enough to speak or comfortable speaking more than 2 international languages, or even learning more if I get a job. So the culture is what I've learned and is what I now live with and practice. Yes, this is what thing I've learned so far. And I know that the European culture has similarities. There are languages like English is widely spoken, German, French. These are languages that are mostly spoken within Europe. Portuguese is another language that is spoken within Europe. So the culture is almost the same and there are a lot of similarities. And the last on my list is minding your business. Minding your business. You see, when you live abroad, you have no courage or whatsoever to walk up to people and tell them that, this your makeup is not looking good now. You should have used blue eyeshadow instead of pink, or you should have used, they will insult you. So when you mind your business, you gain your respect. Nobody is, like I said earlier, is encroaching in your space, and do not go and encroach in another man's space. In Africa, you will see somebody, because the person feels she's the mother, they will come and talk to you anyhow. If you talk, they will tell you, I have someone of your age in my house. So because you're a mother, you should come and talk to me anyhow. Here, it is not tolerated. If as a mom and I see someone of my son's age to go and talk to them, they will tell me shut up, and I cannot do anything. In Africa, if, for example, an older woman comes to me and say, "Nay, this your dressing is not looking good," I'll tell the person, "Okay, mommy, thank you. I'll change it when I get home." But here, someone wants to tell me your dressing is not looking good, I'll tell the person, "Please, can you mind your business and walk out?" Like, you just insult the person. So it's a matter of when you mind your business, you gain your respect. Nobody's interested in how you look. You just wear things or clothing you're comfortable in. Nobody's interested in what you do. Nobody's interested in what you eat. Do your own thing, mind your business, stay on your lane. Let me stay on my lane. That is the life here. You're walking on the streets, you're minding your business, you're focusing on your direction, and even the house you're living in, your neighbor does not have any right to come and knock on your door to beg salt. Why I'm saying this last is because where in my street in Nigeria where my parents live, it's a very big street, like a very big, it has even connecting streets. So you can imagine there are so many houses within that area. And there's this lady there in my street once boasted that anything she wants to know, she will know, unless she's not interested in knowing. Shebi is when people give you face that you will know. And I'm like, what kind of person is this? You're boasting to know about people's lifestyle and people don't know about your own. So you just sit down like this. You go to this person's house and know what is going on. You go to this person's house and know what is going on. But it's not the same here. Anyways, that is just what I thought to share with you guys, what I've learned living in Europe. There are so many to be mentioned, but these are the things I felt I should mention and share with you guys. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section. If you live in Europe, can you relate to these things I've said? If you can relate to any of these things, please put them down in the comment section. I'm always down there replying your comments. And if you're still planning to migrate, these things I said should not scare you. Just plan your life that once you come to this place, you are on your own. You are on your own. That is the actual fact. You are just on your own. You let people into your space when you want to. You are very mindful on going to other people's spaces. So that is it. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, if you've not subscribed to my channel, please go ahead and hit the like button. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Share this video. Do all of those good stuff. And I want to thank you guys for an amazing 11,000 subscribers. This channel is growing. Like, it's really growing. I'm so grateful, guys. Please keep supporting the channel. Let's grow to 20,000 by the year, or 15. Let's make it 20. Let's make it 20. Let's see where we get to before the year runs out. I love you guys, and until next time, stay safe and bye.
See you again.